Hello traders, Gary Wagner here. Just about 10:10 in Honolulu, 4:10 in New York. It is Thursday, June the 9th, 2016, and this is the Daily Report for Gold and Silver. We do have another upside surge in the precious metals markets, with gold trading up almost, or a little bit over, I should say, 0.75% to close at 1272. High sell 1274.40, so we're just a couple dollars off the high, and the low on the day is 1259. As I said, the percentage gain that we saw today was about 0.75%. However, take a look at silver. Silver continues to be on a rampage, up over 1.5% on the day. Closing yesterday at about 1703, today up 29 cents or so at 1728. A phenomenal move in silver. All of the precious metals moving higher on the day. Let's take a look at our first chart. So traders, absolutely no doubt, we had a nice upside move in the precious metals. Very nice move in gold. Silver continues to surprise me as we see that moving roughly double the percentage gains that we've seen in gold, but nonetheless, both are moving up in a superlative manner. First, let's take a look at gold. Gold closing up, as we said, about $9, $10 on the day. What's important to me as we look at this on a chart, this being a daily chart, standard candlestick format, is different areas of support and resistance that we have identified. We're looking at our current level of support at around 1244, and that of course is a fib-based number. It is a 23% retracement of the entire rally, and that rally of course that I'm speaking about is 1046 up to 1306, so what, about $150 move. Very, very nice rally, no doubt about that. Now, if you recall from yesterday's show, we talked about the fact that we closed really a notch above the area that we were labeling as our current level of resistance. And as I said, I don't really look at this as a major resistance area, and I'm speaking about 1262, but nonetheless, it is an area that I wanted to look at to see how the market would react. And what we did see was really a nice clip all the way through that particular resistance area. As you can see, it opened above it, it closed above it. We did get a low. The low today was 1259, so we did go a little bit in the area. There's our low right in here. But nonetheless, we had a solid upside surge. That surge has taken us to the next level that we want to look at. Should the market continue to rise, and I do expect it to continue to rise, it's simply a matter of where will we see consolidation periods and where will we see tight little corrections as we ramp through this rally. But our next real level has got to be around 1280. Now, that is not a fib-based number, at least for this large rally. However, it is a recent top that occurred in, call it the beginning of March. Throughout March, we saw it, but really the first couple of weeks of March, we had the market trading, and it traded as high as, I think, about 86 or 90. That's this top right in here. But nonetheless, this is an area that we want to look at as our next real level of resistance. We'll extend the line, and we haven't even challenged it yet, so we don't know if we're going to see this market come up and trade sideways, or possibly come up and maybe correct a little bit, or third option, of course, is just to barrel straight through there. So we'll have to see if the market continues to trade higher, how it will react when it hits this particular price point at 1280. My sense is that we should see, or could see, a little bit of sideways action similar to what we saw when it hit this area at 1244, which brings me to my final point. As I said yesterday, over the next couple of days, we will look to move that stop up. We will send out a special trade alert to that effect. That will probably go out today. If not, it will go out by tomorrow morning, but I think it's time to raise our stops here. And when we do raise them, this is the area that we're looking at, 1244. Lastly, I do want to take a quick look at silver. We are involved in the precious metals. We are profiting from them. But as we look at silver, silver has absolutely outperformed gold by about a 2-to-1 ratio in terms of percentage gains. Remember that on the way up, you will get that kind of a move where silver will typically outperform gold in terms of percentage gain. You also get it in drawdowns. As that market moves down, silver tends to have a greater drawdown in terms of percentage losses than gold does. But over these last couple of days, especially yesterday, this tremendous spike. Right now we are trading at 1727 in terms of where I am looking for some potential resistance. We do have a series of tops, and that's really the next area. Should this market continue to rise, and I believe that it has that opportunity, we have this top which sits in at around 1775 to 1780. And then that also matches up very eloquently with this top here. Although it hit highs of $18 per ounce, those highs were short-lived. It only occurred for 2 days in a row. And we never had the market either closing above it or opening above it. As you can see, as this market spikes up, you get a close in the market at 1780, although it hit a high of almost 18. And then the following day, it did trade to a high intraday of 18. It made a higher high, but it closed substantially lower on the day, and that really was that signal, that engulfing bearish, that triggered this market in terms of a technical basis to start trading back to lower ground. This has been Gary Wagner, wishing you, as always, good trading. We'll talk to you tomorrow for the weekly wrap-up and review. Have a great day. Bye-bye.